stop me, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I'm unbeatable. Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
The Bristol Flyers have their work cut out this evening here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel as they welcome the league champions-elect London Lions. If London win tonight and Cheshire lose tomorrow, they will be crowned the league champions. In their two previous encounters in the league this season, London have taken the dubs comfortably. However, when they met in the trophy, Bristol won by over 20 points. So, calling this one is Dan Routledge and former London Lion Azania Stewart.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Jeanette. Welcome to Bristol, as London hope it's the first of two results that will go their way this weekend in order to wrap up top spot in the British Basketball League. Azania, Jeanette touched on that trophy game. Obviously, London were a bit understrength in that game. They'll be expecting, with most of the big boys back out, to go back to the league play.
Yeah, and there's a chance for them to wrap up regular season championship. So I did see a great piece online that the guys didn't know it, so it gives them extra motivation, but it's going to be tough here in Bristol.
Well, let's have a look at the starting fives for today's game, starting with the Bristol Flyers. We've been quite used to this lineup in recent weeks. They obviously have had their injury problems, so they brought Max Cooper in to give them a little bit more off the bench, the Bristol Flyers. At the other end of the floor, no David Nwaba for the Lions tonight. Kareem Queeley into the starting lineup for them, so they should have enough with that quality that they have on the bench to push Bristol all the way in this game. Well, one guy who needs to have a big game tonight is Tevin Ollison.
Yeah, I picked him just because he's been playing so well. 23 points in their last game. They only lost to Cheshire by 2 points. It's important that he gets himself going, feeling confident if they want to try and beat London Lions.
And at the other end of the floor, one guy who's been seemingly consistent week in, week out for the London Lions, Connor Morgan.
I like to call Connor the glue of London Lions. They've had, injuries and health ups and downs, and he's just been a solid guy. Points per game, there it is 14, but he had 20 last game and shooting a very good clip from three.
Well, Petr Bozic is called the professional trophy lifter. Get a chance to get his first silverware in the British Basketball League potentially this weekend. Tip-off is after this. Welcome back to Bristol. We're about to get things underway. Joe Hodgson, Steve Ellis and Kevin Kinsella are three officials for tonight's games as the two teams come out and do all the pleasantries beforehand. And we're set to get this underway. Bristol, who've had their challenges getting everybody out onto court this season, trying to get things going in the right direction against London, who are trying to wrap up #1 seed. Ball is up and Gabriel Olasheni wins the tip, and it'll be London who get the first possession of the game. Grantham looking for room along the baseline and jams it in. A perfect start, an and-one dunk.
What a way to start the game. Grantham, that drive on the baseline, stamps it with authority to start the game. We're only 15 seconds in and he's already at the free throw line. Look at this.
Well, Green had
It is a
kind
foul.
of, yeah, it is. Green had kind of given him the baseline and then realized that wasn't a good idea, but got there too late.
To get Green with a foul already,
Yeah.
it's tough. You know, he's a double-double machine. 11 points, 16 rebounds in their Cheshire game.
And obviously with Leslie Smith still out injured, they're a little thin in that department. As Bristol get their first points on the board with Ollison driving to the ring.
A guy to watch out for. Good answer right back.
Phillip getting into the key, almost loses it, able to keep possession. Matt Morgan fires up the three and knocks it down. London working in threes here in the opening minute.
That's one thing Bristol cannot afford to do is go under that screen. Matt Morgan is going to punish them every single time.
Thomas Edwards trying to reply with three of his own. Morgan's pass is a little behind Phillip, but not too far. Phillip heading to the basket and laid it in.
Made it look easy.
That's a poor pass and out of bounds. Not the best start from the home team here. Nice pass. Olasheni tosses it rimwards, but it falls back to Green. Oh, that pass is thrown away. And Coach Kapoulas must be debating whether having a timeout to use. You don't like to use them in the first 2 minutes, particularly in the first half where you only get two. This game was it last week? I think it was last week where he called 2 timeouts in 24 seconds in the third quarter, but you've obviously got a third one to deal with in the second half. Well, that must be a travel, surely. He lost his feet there, Grantham, stumbling backwards. Bojic will be delighted, you would imagine, with the start here. The team has scored relatively freely. Ollison. Here's Green. Long way off the block, trying to back him down. And that's not an easy thing to do, to try and move Gabriel Olasheni out the way. Foul called on the floor there.
But I like that matchup between Gabe Olasheni and Brad Green. Strong versus stronger. Brad usually, you know, has his way with post players, but not Gabe. Matches his strength.
Matt Morgan rattles in a three. And that timeout we were speculating on has now been called because London have scored 11 of the first 13 points. And Coach Kapoulas has had to call for time, and the worrying thing from his perspective is They haven't stopped London from scoring. London are 4 of 5 in shooting, and they have turned the ball over a couple of times, and it all started here.
Yeah, with this drive, and then Matt Morgan coming off that screen, hitting the 3. And then this was a lovely little finish by Tariq Phillip. So real comfortable London Lions. Bristol haven't made it difficult for them at all. Then Matt Morgan's got going. That's a guy you don't want to, you know, get his confidence early in this game. They started very well. Bristol need this timeout to stop the bleeding.
Well, the other thing from a London perspective is obviously Eurocup is in that little hiatus between the end of the regular season and the playoffs starting, where they've got a few weeks off, so they've not had a game. And when normally they come into these games, they've played a game on Tuesday or Wednesday night, either at home or somewhere across Europe, and they've had what would feel like an eternity off for London, the way their schedule was front-loaded this year.
I think that's a great point, Dan, just because when we see teams that have beaten London Lions, it's because they've come off those road trips or long back-to-back games with European games. We've seen them play, you know, 3-4 games in a really short space of time, and that's where we've seen teams hit them, you know, with a punch. So here, you're right, they haven't played many games, and so they're probably fresh as... What is fresh as a what?
Daisy.
Thank you.
There we go. This is actually their 30th league game as Keedy Johnson hits a triple, which is crazy, really, that not even at the end of February, and they're at game 30. They played 53 overall. But it slows down a little bit for them now, as I say. And they might feel the benefits of that, a bit more in the legs, although Morgan needed a little more in the legs on that shot. Lucas driving into the paint, has Grantham in front of him, so circles out. Keedy Johnson under pressure, and Morgan just bumped him, and he'll go to the line. Of course, Bristol made it through to the playoffs in their European competition as well.
Here's
The
little
NBL.
fake, yep.
Just a little rogue arm there from Morgan. And you would feel both Bristol and Newcastle, who also made the playoffs in the NBL, will have a decent shot at a long run in that competition, judging by the teams they've played thus far.
And Bristol was, what, 3rd last season?
Yes.
3rd, yeah.
Yeah. Same record as Leicester, but Leicester had the head-to-head.
There's some real big injuries. Here's Morgan.
Well, that's not a guy to lose in the corner. Matt Morgan wide open for 3, and that's his 3rd of the game.
Bristol, that's one you definitely can't have him wide open.
Johnson has a glance back at the shot clock. It's getting low. Well, he's put it right between 2 teammates there and out of bounds. There's a few unnecessary turnovers from Bristol here in the early stages.
I just think London Lions making it difficult for them, not letting them see the basket easily and then coming down.
Morgan again, he's on fire in the early stages. Matt Morgan 4 of 5 from behind the arc.
And I told you, when he sees the ball go through the net early, it's going to be a long day for Bristol.
Not sure whether it might be too late to try and stop him as well, because he is one of those guys, when they start going in, that's when you're in big trouble.
Well, they left him wide open, and then they're not either hedging hard on that pick or going over or throwing an extra man. There's a foul there, so they're just letting him get too comfortable.
Where? Grab there on Bailey, on Bradley's waist. Substitutions coming in for London. Nelson, Matt Morgan, Taylor. Matt Morgan, Connor Morgan even. Jacob underneath, trying to squeeze one in, but runs out of room. This time they're out on Matt Morgan. Olasheni inside. It's decent work that from Thomas Edwards. Ollison pushing hard. Off the glass basket is good. And a bonus free throw coming for Tevin Ollison.
Great job by Ollison. Getting ahead of steam and then just giving that little bump off. Gets Connor Morgan off of him and one. So good answer. Here it is. Look at this. This is that slap down, isn't it? As the referee's called.
Bottom of the net on the free throw. 7-point London lead. Morgan's picked it up in the backcourt here. Needed some help to break the line. Morgan to the basket this time. His first 2-point field goal of the game. He has 14 points in 5 minutes.
Got him. Yep. Mo Solowade. Love it. That nice little fake. Got the defense to bite.
Bradley with the mid-range. Well, I think Bristol got to the point now where they just quite like Matt Morgan to sit down, come out of the game, but he's not coming out of the game. He's filling it up. 17 points in less than 6 minutes for Matt Morgan. He is on fire. Bristol have no answer to him. We got a timeout call. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bristol, where Matt Morgan has been on fire here in the opening quarter. Unbelievable numbers, 17 points already. He is 6 of 7 for shooting. And that is a game, minutes. Yeah, that's a game for most people. Yeah. It's less than 6 minutes for him.
Gosh.
Johnson back to Samuel. Ball moves on to Jacob for 3. A little short. Green got the inside position, and that came off Sharma to go out of bounds. Samuel lobs it into Bradley. Getting it down low to Brad Green, who's able to hook it home.
Well done, Brad Green. Especially when you're going against Josh Sharma, who loves to block shots out of the gym.
Morgan trying to shake loose. Samuels doing so. Off the mark, he's missed one. Jacob pushing hard, knocked away by Taylor. Connor Morgan attacks but throws it away. Caught in two minds there, I think. Samuels on the trail is Bradley for three. In and out. Connor Morgan with the rebound. Connor Morgan surveying his options. His pass is deflected. Bristol with a chance to run, and that's going to be a foul on Taylor. One or two questions being asked about unsportsmanlike, but the referee not interested in that.
The crowd said, "See you later" to Matt Morgan.
Yeah.
They better be careful because they'll drop a quick 17 again.
I think what they're hoping is that he keeps walking out of the gym and goes home. I think that's the secret, because the Flyers are still trailing Morgan on his own.
Yeah, but good defense from Bristol, and now they're into this offense.
Off the mark from Johnson. Foul is on the floor. Oh, Matt Morgan just getting himself a well-earned drink. He averages 19 points a game in league play this season. I feel like that average will probably be a little higher at the end of this game. Of course, he's being challenged a little bit more now from the likes of Teddy Allen at Leicester and Ricky McGill at Newcastle in terms of who's going to lead the league in scoring. Foul called there as Johnson goes to the rim.
And Jordan Johnson at Newcastle as well. He's up there. Teddy Buckets has been...
Yeah, he's actually scored 200 points, 202 I think it was, in his first 8 games.
8 games, yeah.
Only 7 players in the last 15 years have managed that feat. He's the 3rd highest in that time. Number 1 was Jay Sean Page of Newcastle. He had 200 and I think it was 10 or 11 points in his first 8 games.
And just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at home, that stat just came out of Dan Routledge's head. He's not looking it up. He's a jukebox of fantastic basketball knowledge. So there you have it.
I'm trying to remember who was second now. Oh, it was Reggie Bratton.
Gosh,
of course it was Reggie
of
Bratton, who
course.
played for Worthing in the 9-10 season. He ended up, he was the last guy to average 25 points a game for an entire season. Here's Nelson under a bit of pressure, manages to get it over the halfway line. Nelson now sees the lane, fills it, off the glass, not quite, but he will shoot 2 as he was fouled on the way. It's one of the things now, isn't it? They're so worried about the 3-point shot that there are lanes behind them.
Yeah, you're right. Running him off the 3-point line. Nice drive.
Got it away quick as well, didn't
Yeah.
he? Because he saw Green was there.
Head has been called up for GB international duties coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Tough decision for coach Mark Stukel to make. He's got 24 names on the roster. Obviously, only 12 can play.
A fair few guys from British Basketball League on that list.
It'll be interesting to see how he picks. Of course, we haven't got long to wait because that's next weekend, international weekend. So a break from the domestic play. Here's Nelson. I'm sure will be in the 12. Given how important he's been in recent years. Here's Johnson pushing hard, drops it back to Jacob, who's able to finish.
The transition play, great defense into offense. That's where Bristol is fantastic.
Well, they weathered the early storm here, Bristol. They trailed by double figures, but they've got it down to 5 now and forced Coach Božić into a timeout. And it's always this, isn't it? It's always, can you get cheap points in transition, particularly when you're playing a team that scores as many points as London score. You have to keep the scoreboard ticking, and that's the best way of doing it.
Well, I think, you know, what they're trying to do is get the ball out and in, but we'll get to see some of Matt Morgan's hot start.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is get the ball out of this guy's hands, because he has been electric in the first quarter. Matt Morgan, 6 from 8, 5 of 7 from behind the three-point line, and 17 points.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Lovely little highlight, and his friends on the bench like it too. But for me, his shot's wide open. You know, he's got enough time to set his feet good, you know, follow through. They've got to stick with him on any picks. You've got to go over, or you've got to trap him, or do something to get the ball out of his hands. He knows how to score the ball, and boy, he started off the game red hot.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? The sin is giving him the first one, because once he's got an easy first one, the difficult ones seem easy then.
Yeah, yeah.
After that point. Little full court zone press here from Bristol. It's really about slowing you down and taking a few seconds out of the offense. If you look now, they're down to 13 seconds before they've really got into the meat of the play. Queeley backs away. Late shot clock now for Nelson. Has to get it up, and he knocks it down.
Gosh. Right on time. When it rains, it pours. Gosh, I thought that was going to be a shot clock violation, but gets it off.
Well, he's the first London player other than Morgan to shoot a three, and he's made it. He's come out to Jacob. He's off the back of the rim. And a chance for Queeley in the open court, going right down the middle. That's a couple of times London haven't stopped the ball. Sorry, Bristol haven't stopped the ball.
Good sight from Queeley for me, because, you know, he's coming back from that injury, and just you can see the confidence is building, because before I feel like he would have passed that out. So for him to go up strong down the middle and get his first 2 buckets.
Green setting the screen. Round it comes to Ollison. They're looking at Green inside. He can't get enough space, so Ollison takes the three, and Morgan with the rebound. Morgan almost had his pocket picked. Nelson needs to be quick here to get across midcourt. He does. Good ball movement, finds Connor Morgan in the corner for the three.
Textbook basketball, move the ball, make the defense have to guard multiple movements. And a hit from Morgan in the corner.
London 7 of 9 from three-point range in this opening quarter. Well, 6 of 7. That last one must have been a long 2, because it's only gone down as a 2 on the scoreboard. I thought it was a 3 from Morgan. They are over the limit, so it'll be two free throws for Ollison. Connor Morgan's just tripped over the basket there. I don't know if he roll an ankle on it or something. Well, the stanchion wasn't moving, so it can't be a blocking foul. Can only be a charge. Let's have a look what happened here, because he sort of backs up. Oh, he just put his foot on the basket.
Close. Yeah.
Well, he seems to be okay.
You have to walk that one off.
Yeah. Well, 0.9 of a second. Sometimes they heave it and sometimes they don't. He will heave it. And it does not go. Well, what a first quarter that was for Matt Morgan with 17 points. He's given London the lead. We'll have the second quarter after this break. Welcome back to Bristol, where the two teams are making their way back out onto court for the second quarter. Matt Morgan currently trailing Bristol by 2.
And he scored those 17 points, Dan, in 6 minutes flat. So they're definitely going to have to slow his production down if they don't want to see this lead get any bigger.
Johnson, again, it's good defense from Olusheni to deny Green the ball. Now he's on the switch, and Ollison, he's got to try and keep up with him. Ollison chasing down his own rebound. London come away with it. Nelson flips it back to Phillip. Nice pass. What a beautiful pass that was. Didn't get the assist though, as Olusheni's shot came off the back of the rim. Again, you can see they're trying to get it into Green. He's got the shot away quickly, but it's not an easy catch, and he doesn't have long to think about it when it comes his way. Nelson doesn't quite get the roll. Oof! Collision there.
Got numbers.
Johnson back iron, gets his own rebound, and Nelson takes the foul to allow his teammate to, I think he tried to get one a minute ago, allow his teammate to get back to his feet. Let's have another look. It's a rebound there from Green, and then, so don't think there's much in that. You're the post player, not me. What's your take on that?
Yeah, get up. Just giving a football flop.
Kicked out to Johnson late in the shot clock, gets into the key. Olusheni with the rebound.
Just begging for a foul.
Nelson driving through, tosses it up. It's going to be 2 free throws.
Good decision here by Nelson, having the mismatch on Thomas Edwards, or I like to call him Racket Ralph, and has the speed on him, so good decision, get to the rim.
Well, there's some complaints going on from Coach Kapoulas. I think it's more about a non-call at the other end rather than the call that's gone against them at this end. He felt, was it Keely Johnson got bumped last time down, and then he sees one go against his team at the other end of the floor. Nelson breaks the 0-0 draw we were having here in the second quarter. A little short on the second, but enough to get it to drop. Bradley will check in for Raf Thomas Edwards, his second personal foul. That's why he sat down. Bradley putting it on the floor this time, getting all the way to the basket. Nice move from Levi Bradley. I tend to think of him firing up that three, but he showed he could get to the rim that time.
I think it's important that he does.
Keep them honest. Grantham looking to spin one way and then the other. It looked like there might have been a slap on the arm, but no whistle come in. Ollison with the head fake, gets Morgan in the air and then knocks down the triple.
Lovely poise by Ollison. Fake just to get Matt Morgan run by him.
Batted up, here come Bristol again. Bradley to the fall away and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line, a chance to make this a 6-point game.
Bristol done a wonderful job just weathering the storm, but what I think they've done really good and really well at is as soon as a missed shot has happened, or even when London scores, they get the ball out very quick and then pushing it down on the other end. There's a little push in the hip and he'll go to the line for two.
Here's the one at the other end that we were wondering about. Grantham spin in. Is there a slap? Maybe he got the ball, it's tough to tell. Bradley got the benefit anyway, and he's got the free throw. And as you say, see, there's going to be times when you're playing a team of the caliber of London where things are going to go against you. You've just got to try and hang on in there, and that's what they did when Morgan was hitting all those threes, and they're only down 6 here. 3 minutes into the second.
Foul on the floor, but if you see now how Ollison is stuck to Matt Morgan like glue, he's not letting him catch the ball even, face guarding him, making it difficult. You know, Matt Morgan needs the ball to score, so deny him. So once he passes the ball back in right here, I'm denying him. Don't let him get the ball back.
Well, he has got it back. And that's on the floor anyway, says the referee, so the shot wouldn't have counted. Third team foul, sorry, on Bristol. Phillip driving in, and that one I think is on the floor as well, but it's the 4th of the quarter, and there's a lot of fouls, a lot of time, sorry, to go to be on 4 fouls. Could be a lot of free throws for London here. And the fouls mounting up as well. They've got a lot of issues for Andreas to juggle here. Well, Morgan sneaking in back door and able to lay it in. 19.
Gosh, I just blinked and there he is.
Yeah, there
at the
he
rim.
is.
So quick.
Philip almost got a steal. It comes out to Ollison, who's able to make the three. Morgan again for three, caught from behind by Jacob.
Jacob saying, what? No, absolutely. Swiped at his head, didn't let him land safe. He gets
another look.
Yeah.
See, it's a double screen, so he's got to get all the way around. And then he's, as you say, he's in his space from behind as Morgan moves up to 20 first half points. Well, top of the show, Zania, you picked Morgan as your one to watch, didn't you?
I meant Matt
You were
Morgan.
right. You were right about that.
I meant Matt Morgan, not Conor Morgan. No, Conor Morgan. You know, he'll come. There's still a long time to play. I mean, just Matt Morgan's gone off in the first few minutes of the game. Just really ignited.
Ollison for three. He knocks down a triple of his own.
Well, I picked Ollison.
You did pick Ollison.
Exactly. Give me some credit here. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, Philip knocks down another three for London. They have made 7 of 10 from behind the arc. Ollison, he's certainly feeling it here. Thought about another one. Into Green, spins nicely for 2.
Oh, wonderful post-up move from Brad Green. I love that action. Worked hard for that bucket.
Grantham now from behind the arc. He joins in. Oh, this has suddenly become a shootout. It's sort of Tevin Ollison at one end, Matt Morgan at the other. Bradley now trying to join in that three-point contest. Morgan rips it away from him. Transition three. Wow, this is unreal shooting from London. Grantham with the 8th of the first half.
Just a quick pass up the court. Morgan to Grantham.
Samuels now. He knocks down a triple, and well, both teams from behind the arc here in the second quarter. 37-46, timeout call. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bristol, where London have been shooting the lights out. It was Matt Morgan early. It's Dante Grantham now. He's hit 2 in a row. London have made 9 in the first quarter. The only resistance at the other end spearheaded by Ollison, who himself has 15 first half points. Grantham looking for a third, not this time.
Check Grantham.
Bradley trying to create a little bit of room. That's a tough shot over Dante Grantham.
Great execution from him, that one-on-one.
8 points for him off the bench. Nice pass. Foul will probably be on the floor, but as they're over the limit, it'll be 2 free throws anyway.
Gosh, Matt Morgan is just a handful. What do? You know, you finally slow him down, but then throws that dime to Josh Sharma. Really difficult. He just plays at a different rhythm, a different speed.
First point of the game for Josh Sharma. Makes them both. Corey Samuels crosses midcourt. Deep three from Ollison, who's totally feeling it. He's catching Matt Morgan up. He's got 18.
Great job by Ollison.
And the steal. Looking to run it back to the basket. Make that 20 points in the first half for Tevin Ollison.
Good job by him. 4-point game. Managed to figure it out.
Three is off the mark. Bradley with the rebound. Oh, just got a little excited there. Lost it out off his own leg. Too many times. Players on either side with 20 in the first half. Here's Connor Morgan looking for three. Bristol, who trailed by as many as 13, looking to make it a one-possession game here. Ollison again. He's got it again. Incredible. Tevin Ollison is now the game's leading scorer with 23 in the first half. He's got half his team's points.
Feeling it, just like Matt Morgan on the other end. He says, anything you can do, Matt Morgan, I can do better. But now London Lions need to figure out to find a defender to stick on him, because he is playing incredible.
Well, Matt Morgan is 7 of 9 from the floor. Tevin Ollison is 8 for 11 in overall shooting. He's feeling it from behind the arc, but he's also playing a bit of defense to turn that into 2 points as well. And this is the latest of his 5 3-pointers. Both he and Morgan 5 of 7 from behind the arc. Ollison with 23 points.
It's a lovely stat, isn't it? Both of these two definitely know how to fill it up. And I spoke at the top of the broadcast that Ollison must play well if they're going to try and push London Lions as hard and as long and try and get this win at home. He has to come to play, and he definitely has.
Well, Ollison's career best in the British Basketball League, 29 points scored in April last season. Matt Morgan, he's on 22. His best is 33. Obviously, this is his first season in the British Basketball League.
He was in the French League last
He was,
season.
yeah, filling it up there as well. Well, at 13 down and London seemingly hitting everything, it was hard to think that Bristol would get it back to 1 3 minutes from halftime, but get it back to 1 they have. And the pass is a little bit behind Sharma and a chance to run. Ollison's going to take it himself and he's going to jam it in for 25.
Why not, Ollison? The crowd love it. Cocks it back and absolutely rocks the rim. He is on fire, Dan. I'm
10
here
in
for
a
it.
row now, all driven by Tevin Ollison. And
Turnover.
another turnover. And suddenly London looking a little discombobulated here.
Really showing some cracks. 10-0 run, not by Bristol, by Ollison, by himself.
Well, give the ball to number 2 and clear out. Here he is, into the key, drops it off to Green, and you can see the gravity, the defense all sucked to him, and Green is wide open.
Yeah, made it really easy for Green.
Taylor can't convert, and Bristol can stretch this lead. Shoot it, yeah, let it fly, why not? Well, a little short, but he's
Heat
got,
check.
yeah, I'd let
why
him
not?
take that. I'll let him take it next time down as well. Nelson hooks it across to Taylor, and the scores are level at 51.
Pass by Gordon Lord. Nelson finding JT at the three-point line.
Lob to Green, that's a difficult pass to get exactly right, but it pinballed out of bounds for a Bristol possession.
You never see Bozic get too, angry. He's quite a calm.
There was the
guy.
Eurocup game he got
Oh,
disqualified
yeah.
from a couple of weeks ago.
I did see that too. It's not like him.
No, it's going to be a foul as Johnson drove to the line.
Yeah, that looked like that one hurt for Jordan Johnson. Jordan Taylor, excuse me. Jordan Taylor. And he's going to have to walk that one off. Look, just kind of bulldozes, drops the shoulder.
Well, it might possibly have been a charge after the foul by Nelson. The original foul was called on Nelson. So Taylor was there taking the charge. He was in your seat last night doing the...
Taylor?
Yeah, he was doing
he's-
the Leicester-Sheffield game.
Yeah, he's great. He's got a man of many talents. Obviously getting buckets today and getting hit as well. But on the commentary side, pretty good with the mic.
They had a great game to cover as well. That
Yeah.
Leicester-Sheffield game is similar to this in terms of the scoreline at halftime. Grantham had it knocked loose. He's able to keep possession. His shot is short though.
Coach
Samuel's
Kapoulis.
back. Hey,
Coach Kapoulis is coaching them through play-by-play, look, pointing where he wants
Yeah.
the ball.
he's always working hard on the sidelines. It's great when they're playing defense. He's like the sixth defender on the court.
Yeah, look
there.
at him pointing and saying it should be
He's
Bristol's
reffing
ball.
as well. And it's going to be a London possession, 18.7, and they were up by as many as 13, but they're just trying to get it level here going into halftime. Taylor driving in under pressure, and the foul is called, much to the ire of the home fans. They are not liking that one as it goes against their number 55. Well, there's going to be a timeout called before these free throws. Gives you a chance to draw a play up. Obviously, you could call it after the free throws, but if he misses the second, it's live ball, so you can come up with two different options going into the free throws. Bristol 53, London 51 here on the second game of the day in the British Basketball League. Another couple of games tomorrow, starting off at 3 o'clock. Leicester, well, they always win in Plymouth. Can they keep their streak going against the City Patriots? And that will be followed at 6 p.m. Cheshire against Caledonia. A lot riding on that game for those two teams and potentially for London as well, but only if the Lions can win this game. Lions back out and ready to go.
Let's see what was drawn up. These free throws.
Don't forget, you can see both of those games on the British Basketball League YouTube channel tomorrow. Join Josh Bett and Graham Hiscox for all the action. There's Jordan Taylor looking to level the scores at 53. And doing that, he's going to get to sit down. Composer checks in for him. See if they can get the length of the floor for a score here, Bristol, and the lead at halftime. Heaved up from Ollison off the top of the board, and that will do it for a high-scoring first half. London exploded out of the blocks, but this guy was on fire. Tevin Ollison leading the charge for the Bristol Flyers. He has 25 points at halftime, and they've come all the way back from 13 down to tie it up. We saw him do it from the three-point line. We saw him do it in transition as well with the big throwdown. We will break it all down right after this. Welcome back to our coverage of the British Basketball League. Daniel Ratledge and Azania Stewart with you. Azania, what a half of basketball that was. Unbelievable.
I think it was just two players who were on fire. We had Ollison and Matt Morgan. Really, it's going to be who's going to cool down first.
Well, that is the thing. It just went nuts out there on court. Two guys just absolutely filling it up. Let's have a look at the numbers and the obvious difference here. Slightly different way rounds of doing it. You've got 11 twos and 7 threes versus 6 twos and 10 threes, but it all adds up to 53.
Yeah, well, there you go. Quick maths. Thank you, Dan. And then also the turnovers, 8 turnovers for London Lions. That Bristol have done a really good job. But you're right, pretty even across the stat, but also 6 steals for Bristol to 2 London Lions.
And they were able to turn those into transition points, as we saw, particularly from Ollison running it back. Well, story of the half, it started out as the London Lions show, the Matt Morgan show early on. He was just absolutely feeling it in the first quarter.
He was. He just, you know, I said, once he sees that ball go through that net the first time, he just lights it up. But they gave him too much space. But with 22 points in 14 minutes, he lights it up really quickly. But for me, I felt like Bristol did a fantastic job. They could have shot, especially how hot London Lions came up, but they just stuck with it, chipped away at the lead, and it's a tied game, and it's exactly where they want to be.
And Ollison sort of kept them just chugging away in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, he really exploded into life.
Yeah, he had his own little highlight reel, didn't he? Just was incredible. Shot the 3, got to the rim, 25 points in 16 minutes. These guys are going for records.
They certainly are. Well, let's see what they can do in the second half. In a moment, we're going to have a look at Surrey against Manchester. But first of all, let's check out Leicester against Sheffield.
Back to Routinho, starting off on fire. Can't get that one to go. Green, big offensive rebound. And Bennett Cook, strong to the rack.
But if you're the coaches of both teams, you love how this game has started. But Leicester is one of the most efficient teams in the league for a reason. And if you're Sheffield, this is what you love to see, creating offense from defense. Leicester starting a little bit slow, and when that happens, who gets them going? It's Kimball McKenzie.
As the Sheffield Sharks try to cause some tension. Malik Green, step back, dribble. Oh my goodness.
Malik Green got it going early, 10 early point.
Kimball McKenzie for 3, knocked down El Capitan. Here comes RJ Itorok, throwing it up, Pipkins. Jaron Holmes with another tough take. Here's McKenzie pushing forward, nice pass. Idowu to the rack, lays it in for 2. Here's Jaron Holmes. Oh my goodness, off the glass, calling in. Jaron Holmes calling in the big triple on the buzzer off the glass. Hold that.
Call me. No, that's Bradley Caboza's celebration, man. But hey, that's a tough shot from Jaron Holmes.
Running down the floor on the right-hand side. Reward the runner. Keeping the Riders in the lead. Pipkins now loses his defender to the right hand and 1. The bucket is good. Teddy Allen's going to get a triple from behind the arc. His 3rd triple in the 3rd quarter. 3 is the magic number. Oh, Shelton rising up, 2 hands with the jam. Beat the chest, get the crowd hype. Ridiculous every night. Bennett Cook, he's fouled and 1, and he's gonna pull it from way down. Oh my goodness! Stop it, Teddy! Just stop it! Teddy Allen, and the basket is good. It looks like he will just dribble this one out. And credit to the Sheffield Sharks for giving us a great, entertaining evening. They put on a show today, and despite the loss, things are positive for the Sheffield Sharks moving forward for their upcoming fixtures.
Knocked away by Mohammed. Numbers here for Surrey. Steele thought about the pass, takes it for the jam instead.
Yes, Steele.
trailing by 1 here, 3 minutes in to the opening quarter. Oh, room along the baseline from Mohammed. He sort of caught them sleeping there. Steele, little hesitation now, looking to get all the way to the block. Blocked by Robertson, but there he is again, Jameson, with the second point. Here's Walsh looking to push. Trying to get round. Oh my goodness, what a rejection from Mohammed. Here's another 2, surely, for Wang out in transition with a little double pump jam.
Nice flush. Good steal from him.
Nice little double shift. Here's Robertson inside with a 2-handed throwdown. Well, I'm not sure if that was Lee on the transition for the jam. Neither team can hang on to the ball right now. And a missed alley-oop. And Robertson cherry picking there for an easy jam. Lawrence attacks. Oh, it's stolen away. Walsh pushing. 2-on-1. Lewis again. He's almost slowing down, trying to see, can I get a 3-point play out of this? Thinking about getting those 3 back, but turned it down. Now he will shoot it. Oh, what a shot! Back to Boursier. That's a terrible pass. Lewis has it, deep 3, has to go in. It does go in off the glass. Well, it was a bit of a scramble, but Manchester got the points they needed. Lewis, it's into Walsh, back to Boursier, straight line to the basket, goes underneath. Perfect play, the quick score. Needs to go quick, it's taking time. Oh, gets it away. Rebound, Manchester have it back. There's not enough time though. Boursier heaves up and that will do it. Surrey Scorchers with a vital victory. That has really given them a big lead in their race for a playoff place. They've knocked off the Manchester Giants by 89 points to 85. Welcome back to our coverage of the British Basketball League here. It is 53 points apiece in Bristol between the Flyers and the London Lions, and we are exactly 1 month away from the All-Star game.
The game of basketball requires a high level of concentration, advanced physical skills, and a deep knowledge of strategy. It's also an unbeatable fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing beats unbeatable basketball.
Get it, boys.
Nothing beats high-flying dunks. Nothing beats three-pointer from deep. Wow! Woo. Nice. Nothing beats selecting your favourite players from the north and south. Nothing beats the best basketball entertainment. Watching the UK's best ballers. The sickest skills in the UK. It's the All-Star Game, baby. Unbeatable All-Stars. March 17th, London Copper Box. Woo!
Well, the fans have been voting for the starting fives in that. Petar Bozic has to pick the rest of the team. And if he's picking based on this game, there are two complete standouts from that first half in Tevin Ollison and Matt Morgan.
There we go. These two were on fire, and I really like it. The competition that they're going at each other there. Ollison stealing it from Matt Morgan. Gosh, really good game. Tied game here. Both of them going off on fire. And we got ourselves a good game, Dan.
And I guess the question is, can either or both of them sustain this? They're both shooting in the 70s from the floor. You obviously have that 15-minute gap. Does that impact on either of them?
Yeah, you always see, it's not many times that people who have a great first half come out and have the same second half, but there it is. A nice little head-to-head. Really nice there. You can see the minutes, 17 minutes. Ollison for those 25 and only 14 minutes. Matt Morgan did his damage early, 17 points in 6 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, we're back underway for the second half, as you say. There's not many times somebody gets 20 odd in the first half and then ends up with 50, but we'll see if either of them can go for it. 37, the highest individual tally this season, as Morgan misses his first opportunity to add to his total. Lucas. Ollison, he fires up, and they've both missed on the first play. There we go, and a quick run out for Quealy.
Good job, Quealy, getting out in transition.
Well, what we've learnt is that neither of these are, as the foul is called on them, neither of these are Zania Stewart, who of course went 9 for 9 in a cup final a few years ago.
Here you go,
Came out, backed up her first half with the second half for an MVP performance.
Here's Ollison. And little dime to Green. Well done keeping his eye on the ball. Well, that, you know what, it was only a jump shot that I had, but the rest were all passes to the rim. It was all my teammates, you know what I mean? But still, you're right, I did go 9 for 9.
Did your teammates get the golden ball at the end? Because
No.
I'm pretty sure I saw you in the pictures with the golden ball.
I did have the golden ball, thanks, Dan.
Grantham with the rebound. As we reminisce on Azania's too short career. She could have kept going.
No, I couldn't.
She threatened to come back a couple of times this season as Grantham hits a three.
By Grantham, he's been filling it up from the three-point line. 3 from 4 now. With 9 points.
Not 9 for 9 though, is it? Nice pass is Green from close range.
I really like Green. Brad Green, I think he just works so hard.
Well, he had to work hard in the first half and he didn't get too many touches of it. It was a real battle. There he is at the defensive end. Dante Grantham throws it out of his reach for 2. Double figures now for him. London back out to a 5-point lead here in the opening 2 minutes of the third quarter. Johnson spinning down the lane, rearrange, and Olasheni grabbed him from the side. The referee's just having a look at each other as if to say, is that just a regular foul or is there a little too much contact on that? It is just a normal foul. Let's have another look at it from the end. Yeah, he just lands awkward, made it look a bit more clumsy than it was. Second one is good. 56-60, the score here at the Wise campus. Oh, almost stolen away, but Morgan's able to keep control of the ball. Inside to Olasheni, extra pass. No good from Coyley. Johnson. Ollison to the rim again, lays it in, 27 now.
Here he goes. We're waiting for one of them to get a bucket. Lovely.
Not quite, but it's going to be 2 free throws.
Here's Philip. Just a drive. He's calling it on Brad Green as Quilly will take a seat and Connor Morgan will make his way back into the game.
Philip makes the front end. Here is that last score from Ollison. Thought he was going to throw it down at first, but just went for the nice little finger roll instead. Second one is off the mark, and Green pulls down rebound number 7. Green floats it up high, rattles out though. Well, Morgan wasn't expecting it. Here's Phillip, and it's too much zip on it for Grantham to pull in.
Too much. That's just a bit too much on it.
Ollison. Green late in the shot clock. Bradley in the corner for 3, back iron. Morgan, nice pass. Extra one. Connor Morgan in the corner for 3. Great ball movement.
Gorgeous basketball. Give up a good shot for a better shot. Lovely job by London Lions.
Again, this is just nice play round the pick and roll. Onto Grantham, open man's in the corner, defense can't recover. Green spins out of bounds. That'll be a London ball. Just kept going there. Lobbed into Grantham. And the foul was called against Ollison. Well, after the fireworks
In the first
of the
half.
first half, they've managed just 16 points between them here in the third quarter.
So we talked about Ollison there and Matt Morgan. You know, are they going to be able to come out in the third and carry on? Well, the whole team both kind of slow down offensively.
It's a bit more of a usual place on this court. They tend to have lower scoring games historically, Bristol, although they've not always had the sort of level of athletes and scorers that they have this year, but even still in this building there's usually a slightly lower score. It's a bit more normal. You don't see too many 50-50s at half time.
Very true.
Morgan with the rebound. Bradley's got called for a foul. Oh, there's a foul called off the ball. I think is it? Oh, it must be Connor Morgan on illegal screen. I must confess I was looking at the baseline, so I didn't quite see what the referee spotted. And there's a warning for Coach Bozic as well.
Teams just need to settle in and adjust. Good game.
Trying to thread the needle, it's broken up. Matt Morgan knocks down the three.
Sniper.
And
Cannot let him do that.
No, that's going to force a timeout to be called, and we'll take a break as well. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Bristol, where Matt Morgan has just hit his sixth three-pointer of the game.
Really ignited from that steal on the defensive end.
London now up 10. I said just before the break, Zania, not too many times that both teams have scored 50 in the first half in this building. I looked it up, it's only happened once before, and it was against the Lions.
Huh.
In 2019, the Cup game. Bristol went on to win that game, 97-94. They'll be hoping for something similar, but they'll need a turnaround here in the third quarter as Morgan driving through, up off the glass. And Matt Morgan has a chance for a bonus.
And there's Sam Decker. He likes it. But you know what it is? It's that little it's that hesitation, gets the defense up. Here it is. Look, just slows it down a little bit. And then a flash by Edwards, Thomas Edwards, and then goes to the rim for the one. And Sam Decker may not be able to play, but he can sure dance. And the one on top just keeps filling up his stat line.
Nice.
They're checking the stats.
Now, yeah, they're winding it back at the film to have to watch it again. That's it. I see. Did they get my moves on TV? Maybe that's what what's Zania talking about them. That's. Thomas Edwards. He's kind of made a mangle of that, but somehow got the ball to Bradley for 2.
Joe Bradley figuring something out.
3-point shot is up, and it is good.
What
and
I don't get,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you. Why is Thomas Edwards guarding Matt Morgan?
Well, he's not doing a very good job at it, I think, is the...
It's a complete mess up. Honestly, anyone else but Thomas Edwards. He can't guard him in the speed effort. He's obviously normally to run back into the paint. So then Matt Morgan's just coming in and shooting in rhythm. Complete mismatch mistake, and he's going to have to head to the bench because he can't guard him, and he's just a liability out there right now.
Well, Matt Morgan is in the best place he can be as far as Bristol fans are concerned, on the bench, out of the way. He's up to 31 now points, and that is the 6th time this season he's gone past 30. His best is 33, but he's had 2 30s. This is his second 31 and a 32 along the way. Right down the middle goes Grantham and gets to the rim.
That's pretty down. Yep.
Bozich said he learned that from me there.
Yeah.
Deep one from Jacob is off the front of the iron.
I love that. Bradley, little young buck saying, learn it from me.
Well, I've seen Kaboza make that
He
move,
can, to be fair.
It wouldn't be a surprise. Comes out to Taylor for 3. Rebound by Jacob. Green, back to Jacob! Jams it down over Morgan.
Great job by him. Post up. Great cut also.
Is Nelson pass deflected away. Let's take another look at the dunk here.
It was so good, we get to see it twice. Look at this, but the cut down brings the defense and rocks the rim and hangs on it and screams.
I don't think Conor Morgan wants to see this one. At what point in his jump did he think, oh no? Here he is at the other end going, I can get 2, they're all worth the same.
Are they worth the same? I don't know.
Well, one of them gets more airplay on social media than the other. Foul called against Morgan. Well, I don't think our director is Conor Morgan's mum, that's for sure, because getting more airplay there.
It's not very nice, but it was a great play. Bristol sticking around. Still, 2 minutes and 8 seconds in this third quarter.
Well, 12 points in it. London winning this period by 12, obviously, because it was tied at the beginning of the quarter. And they're finding offense a lot easier than Bristol have thus far in this second half.
Well, it's always that baseline cut that London Lions love. They find multiple players there. There's Sandy on the end of that one.
Johnson kicks it all the way out to Samuels for three. And Sandy eventually juggles the ball into his possession. Bradley with the foul.
Like the way Nelson just slows down in his pace, in his dribble. Here it is, like he just then puts that burst of speed on. It's so difficult to guard because you lure the defense to kind of like sleep, but then bang. So good job for him.
Timeout called here with Bristol trailing London by 14. And obviously with that win for Surrey earlier, that's pulled them level on wins with Bristol. This is their next 4 games. They play Surrey here after the international break, and then again at home against Leicester before going on their travels to Cheshire and the Southwest Derby on the 30th of March against Plymouth. And London and Coach Bojic, their next 4 fixtures in the British Basketball League: home against Leicester, on the road to Caledonia and Bristol, and then home against Plymouth. But you can see how, we talked about their schedule earlier, how big the gaps are between those games when you look at the dates here, because they've, as I say, they've only got 6 league games left after this.
Yeah, well, the All-Star break is in there as well, early March.
Well, it is in their schedule. It's not in most people's schedule because they've got more than 4 games before then, because most of the league is still 10, 11 games away from completing their campaign.
Yeah, an international break, like you said, is coming up.
Nelson making the free throws, and it's a 16-point lead. Bristol with just 13 points to show for the first 9 minutes of this quarter. A little fall away is good for Bradley.
Yeah, that's a nice, tough shot. Difficult to make.
That's going to be an offensive foul as Connor Morgan runs over Keedy Johnson. And that's his 4th personal foul.
Yeah, a little frustration for Connor Morgan, and it's tough when you pick up, you know, that 2nd, 3rd foul, for it not to affect, you know, your mindset, to make sure you're still being aggressive. So he's going to have to hit the bench.
Johnson, top of the key for 3, knocks it down, and he got caught. The question is, was that on the land or was it after the shot? Does he get 1 free throw or potentially like 2? It is 1.
Yep, referee lining up. And Sandy not letting him land. Referees all over this.
Yeah, he's probably just underneath him there, because obviously if your feet are on the floor, then you've officially landed, and any foul committed is an off the ball foul, if you like. So therefore, them being over the limit could have been 2 free throws, but That was deemed on the shot, so only one.
This is the free throw.
Jacob trying to harass Nelson. Doing so well, but eventually getting called for the foul. And they're over the limit as well, so there'll be 2 free throws for Nelson.
Olsen in the background on the bike. He's doing Tour de Bristol, keeping his legs warm.
I'm not sure whether Jordan Taylor, oh, he is talking about, I didn't know whether he was just listening or he was having a little conversation with Andreas. Well, the clock must have gone awry because they're putting some time back on the clock. Luke Nelson getting himself into double figures. Or maybe not, because the second one doesn't go in. 15 seconds to play in a third quarter that the London Lions have bossed. Well, there's going to be... Whoa! Just a little something after that where Nelson grabbed hold of Johnson going to the rim.
Just ended up in a hug though, really, didn't it? Here we go.
Yeah, but to me, that's borderline, because if you foul somebody after a foul, it's an unsportsmanlike foul automatically. So if the referees had deemed that he was committing a foul there, that could be, on another day, being given as 4 shots in possession, because you get the 2 for the original foul and then 2 for an unsportsmanlike sideline. You
could have been dangerous.
You could be dangerous. You just need to let him go. I know the players don't like the other guy to get the ball to go through the rim. I understand that, but I've seen it called that way before, and it is written in the rules that way.
Do you want a burgundy t-shirt?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Last few ticks here of the third quarter. Nelson fires up the 3 off the back of the rim, and that will do it as London Lions have opened up a double-digit lead with a 30-point third quarter. We'll have the last 10 minutes right after this. Welcome back to Bristol, where the Flyers need a big fourth quarter here if they are to overturn this 10-point deficit they face. Johnson slips back to Bradley. Inside to Green with the hook. Doesn't quite bobble in for him. Taylor finds Nelson in the corner, but he's too far over. He's got his heel on the line, and that three-point shot will not count.
We usually see that at least once a game, don't we?
Yeah. It's weird because the three-point line went out, what, 10, maybe 15 years ago? It's a long time since they moved it out. So you would have thought everybody now who's playing the game would have grown up with this three-point line.
It's a turnover there, but the space is such a small, tiny little slot. Because you usually step back to get yourself
most
going.
of these guys would have played on only ever on a court with a three-point line. It'd be all guys like me who played.
I played on a court when it was
with the
smaller.
With the short three-point line.
No, I didn't. I'm 21. Sorry.
Hey. When I used to go, there wasn't a three-point line. That's how old I am, is Sharma underneath to jam it in.
I was waiting for a Sharma dunk.
Yeah. Paul James was playing when there was no three-point line. That's how long ago it was.
Ollison to get going again.
Or Johnson might do, as he knocks down the three.
18 points for Johnson, the second leading scorer for Bristol.
Stolen away, kicked out in front to Johnson. Can he chase it down? Yes, he can, but he can't quite make the layup. Bradley with the rebound, and the foul is called on Sandy.
Wow. This is where Bristol are incredible and can get back in this game. That was the missed layup, then the second effort. There's the foul. And just like that, really quickly, Bristol out in transition. That's where they're fantastic. And they've got a long time, 8 minutes, 15 seconds, and now at the free throw line for 2.
Well, they've got it down to 9, potentially 7 if these go in. Morgan is back in the game.
Morgan only has played just under a fraction of 20 minutes with 31 points.
Pretty good points per minute output, that. They both got to the free throw line a lot. Ooh, that's a backcourt violation. Phillip losing the ball.
There's a turnover. Fans love it. And now hopefully Bristol can execute and chip even closer into this lead.
Well, there have been times where they look like they might be wobbling Bristol, but they're right back in it now. Chance to make it a 5-point game there, but off the mark. It's felt really from the offset when this guy started gunning in. That's surely a foul. It looked like a grab of the arm there. And it's poked away from him out of bounds. I mean, it might have been before the shot, but it certainly looked like some sort of foul. Well, the referees from every angle are getting the question. Let's have a look. See, head fakes him. There's a grab of the arm there. You could maybe say it was on the floor before the shot, but surely there was a foul of some sort. Bradley spinning into a double team. Gets it out to Ollison. Ollison right down the rim and lays it in. And Tevin Ollison has his highest ever score in the British Basketball League.
Wonderful job by Ollison, being aggressive, getting to the rim. What was so good for him in the first half. 5-point game.
Grantham for three, knocks it down.
Grantham, solid. He's had a field day at the three-point line.
Green to the hook, and he's able to force it home.
Good job by Brad Green. He is solid. Averages a double-double, rebounding machine, and good finish from him. Turnover.
Yeah, it wasn't the easiest pass to try and catch that for Grantham. Chance to get it down to 4, maybe even 3. Knocked away by Olasheni. Morgan for 3. No. But nobody getting back for Bristol to get the rebound. Grantham has it. It's almost like they just assumed Morgan was going to hit the 3 like the rest of us did. Philip will try his luck, and he will splash in the 3. And Coach Kapoulis wants to call a timeout here as the gap has gone to 9.
And you got to love Philip. Says, come on, man, I got this. And Kapoulis, good timeout, well needed. His team was just getting some sort of momentum. But London right back with the score.
Well, the Bristol Brains Trust having their conversation before Coach Kapoulis goes into the huddle. Well, Morgan didn't get you, but eventually Philip will.
See what I mean? They keep going under that screen, especially when you've got, you know, Gabe Olasheni, who's so big, who sets great screens. You can't afford to go under that screen. It's way too much time for great shooters to get a bucket.
This was Olison's drive. There might have been a foul on that as well, to be fair. That's took him to 31, which is his best ever score in the British Basketball League. He did have a 40 in college in December 2020, but in the British Basketball League, 31 is now his new career high.
Both him and Matt Morgan have gone for 31 points, 62 between them. That is impressive.
Well, they're battling it out for high score of the game. Bristol trying to pull themselves back once more. They got most of the way back a few moments ago, but blink of an eye, it's back to 9. Olison has the mismatch and draws the foul.
Not happy with that.
Foul on the floor, so it'll be a sideline ball. Lucas to inbound. Bradley just about gets his hands on that. Bradley using his size, but unable to finish. Connor Morgan with the rebound. Dante Grantham, and they went under a screen that was about 5 feet away from him as well, and left him wide open.
Wide open with plenty of time. He's having a great day at the three-point line.
5 of 6 now, stolen away by Philip. Olasheni has it ripped away. The little guy beating the big guy right there. Lucas still going, and he's denied by Grantham, but it falls straight to Green, and he hooks it in for 2.
Green doing a good job. Such a workhorse, doesn't give up on that play. Breathing heavy on his knees, he's working very hard having to guard Olusheni, then do it on the offensive end as well.
It's probably the hardest 12 and 9 he's had. Connor Morgan, his three has a thing, and there is the double-double for Mr. Double-Double, Brad Green, top of the key, quick as you like to Keedy Johnson, and Bristol still hanging about here. 4 minutes to play in this one. They're in touching distance still. Timeout call, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Bristol. Dante Grantham just seems to find space here today.
5 from 6.
Just knocking down threes for fun. And on any normal game, you'd be singing his praises, but he's been second fiddle to Matt Morgan for the Lions today. Olusheni. Hand off to Morgan. Look at the speed, but it's knocked away. Great recovery from Bradley to deflect it off the leg of Morgan for a Bristol possession. Well, 3:45 to go. An 8-point game. It's felt like London have been in control for the whole contest, but Bristol just won't go away. Can they smash and grab at the end?
This important 3.5 minutes here.
Will that go? It will drop for Bradley. Well, he needed a friendly bounce, but it's a chance at a 3-point play.
I like it, them two going at it. Bradley and Tariq Phillip. Here it is, look, pats it out. He's talking to him the whole time. Good hit. And the foul.
Well, Ollison almost got a finger on that. If he had touched it, wouldn't have taken the 2 points off, but he's managed to miss it.
Throw.
Well, that's a couple of free throws they've missed here in the fourth quarter. It could be a 4-point game.
There's free throw, 19 from 25. Even those 6 points on the board.
Oh, it's turned over. Bristol have it back. Bradley for 3, got it! And it's a 3-point game with less than 3 minutes to play here.
Big turn, 5 points for Bradley. That nice little drive, and then the 3-pointer, 5-point swing by that man there.
Wow, Bristol Flyers have spent most of the game behind. They trailed by as many as 16, but with 3 to play, this one is very much in the balance. Thanks to Bradley's 3-pointer and you've got to go all the way out to him. That is what he does. See, he's a step off him, Gabe Olasheni, which for most guys that Gabe will guard is the right move, but not for Levi Bradley. He wants that three-point shot.
I love that Bristol going hot and heavy in these last couple of minutes. Why not? I told you it was going to be a tough day at the office for London Lions. Bristol weren't going to make it easy. So many top shooters with Jacob also. So a lot of offense coming in for Bristol. We're kind of going a little bit smaller.
Well, Bristol are not the best shooting team in the league. You think of them as offensive rebounding, but today they've been over 50% from the floor, so they haven't needed the offensive rebounds to be right there. Oh, it's turned over again. Jacob will run it back, and Bristol have cut it to a one-point game.
Falling apart in these moments. Bristol making it very interesting at home. One-point game.
Well, the crowd are up now, that's for sure. Chance of defense. They've lost Morgan in the corner. Connor Morgan can't convert. Batted out by Olasheni. Phillip has it. Blocking foul called against Keedy Johnson. Just not moving laterally quite quick enough. Trying to cut off the baseline, but didn't quite get there.
Here it is. Moves the feet.
Quick move from Nelson to the rim, he misses. Olasheni is there to clean it up though.
Great job, Olasheni sticking with it. Good drive by Nelson though. We got ourselves a game coming into the last 2 minutes.
Johnson back to Lucas. Here's Bradley. Bradley has the size. Oh, it rims out. Nearly an offensive rebound there, but Morgan comes up with the loose ball.
Settles London Lions.
Olasheni spinning, and I think Bradley got him first. So it's going to be 2 shots. That's his 4th personal foul. So he's going to take a breather, and Brad Green's going to check in for him. First one is good.
Free throws are going to be huge because a lot of fouling is going to happen.
85% shooter, Gabe Olasheni, from the free throw line this season. Aren't too many centers that have a free throw percentage that high. Well, how are they feeling on the Lions bench now? They were up and dancing when they were on top, but maybe 1 or 2 more nerves than there were. They don't look like a nervous bunch, to be fair. They look like a team that feels they're going to see it through, but less than 100 seconds to play. There's only 2 shots between the teams. Mollison, who's had a career night already, gets it back. 7 on the shot clock. Gets the switch, now looking to attack, trying to create some room.
Great
Morgan with the rebound. Yeah.
Great defensive stand, and I love the 3-man switch, getting Tariq Phillip out of the mismatch on Brad Green. Switch with Connor Morgan. Good job by London Lions.
Matt Morgan kicks out to the corner. There's that man again, not this time. And it's kicked out to a streaking Johnson, who's trying to keep himself in play. Ends up on the floor. The pass was just a little ahead of him, asked him a touch too much to do, but that was a real opportunity.
Yeah. Just tripped over and slipped.
Just couldn't put the brakes on. Phillip hands it over to Morgan, who just about crosses the line in time. This is Bristol's chance, last chance here. They need a stop. They can't give up a score, definitely not a 3. It's off the mark, and Bristol get that stop. Now they must score. Ollison getting all the way to the rim, spins it up, but not quite enough on it. And surely now London are going to see it home. Well, they've had a couple of opportunities in the last 30 seconds, haven't they?
Yeah, they get the stop and get the layup, they miss it. Great game, really, all the way down to the last seconds. Bristol have pushed London Lions to the absolute brink.
Well, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. So if the game wasn't over before, it is now, as Tevin Ollison adjudged to have been too much force, excessive force on the foul.
And there it is. They should have fouled way before, but there, grabs his arm, doesn't make a play at the ball.
It's the non-release, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the modern game, just not allowed to do that. Well,
1 for 2.
Dante Grantham moves his personal tally to 24 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He's, I'm sure, in the running for player of the game, Azania. I'm sure there's nobody else in your consideration. Actually, let's give you a graphic for you and our viewers on Twitch and on YouTube. They're going to have a chance to give you a nod. Is one of these two going to be your player of the game?
Well, we'll have to see who wins, first of all. But no, I just want to give a shout out to both of these guys. Started off the game very well. And Ollison, I spoke and picked him at the top of the game to make sure that he has a strong game, aggressive, which he was. And sadly kind of just fell off in that last quarter. Matt Morgan is probably looking strong for...
To me, probably the most impressive number, bearing in mind they're both guards, is the second line. 61% field goal, 62% field goal percentage. And really efficient.
And those points were scored way earlier than those 30 minutes. They were in those numbers, 15, 20 minutes in the game.
Bearing in mind, between them, they've taken 21 three-point shots. 5 of 9 for Ollison and 7 of 12 for Morgan.
And then Johnson for Bristol also has 20 points, and so Dante Grantham has 24. So 2 other guys.
So if you've got a view on Twitch or on YouTube, you've got 9 seconds to lobby Azania as to which way that's going to go. 9.1, so you've got a little extra. And there's a foul there. And, well, 6 points in 7.1 seconds has been done before. I've seen it myself. But 1 free throw here will
put the cherry on
put the game out of reach.
Okay.
And there it is.
And it's 100 points, so he would.
Oh, there we go.
Normally
banana bread.
yeah.
He's making banana bread. He makes them both. Bristol will presumably try and take 1 more shot, get 1 more score, which London, well, there's no need for that foul, really.
Well, that was definitely a fantastic game, wasn't it? all the way down to the wire.
I think the credit really for Bristol is the fact that they kept coming back, because they would get back and then London pulled away again. They got back and they didn't give up on, because that's
Especially
wearing. It's wearing, and you know, it's not easy. If you're going to beat London, you have to put a big number on the board. They put 93 on the board. It's not quite enough on this game, but it's not easy against the size that Lions have to throw at you and the depth to keep that scoreboard ticking.
And also that hot start that they had.
Yeah.
You know, Matt Morgan came on fire.
And that will do it here in Bristol. That last shot after the buzzer. So the Lions have won this one by 8, led by Matt Morgan and Dante Grantham, who combined for 55 of their 101 points. And your player of the game, Azania, is?
It's Matt Morgan. Incredible, 31 points. Shot 62% from the floor. There it is. Thank you very much, Viola. 2 rebounds and 5 assists. Hot to guard, hot to stop, and really the man of the hour.
Really got them started with those 17 points in the first quarter. And as I said earlier, there was moments where it looked like London were going to get away and win this one comfortably, but Bristol replied every time down, and an honourable mention for Ollison and also Bradley and Johnson, who kept them going. Let's remind ourselves of how Matt Morgan became Azania's player of the game. It was really right at the beginning. He got some good looks, and when the ball went through,
that was my favourite.
The basket just seemed to get bigger and bigger for him, didn't it?
Yeah, well, they didn't adjust to how they guarded the pick. You know, they constantly went under the defense, and then it just gave him enough time to get the shot up. So fantastic job from him, as he will be the man of the day. So should we have a look at some
yeah, let's have a look at the numbers from today's game. And 17 made 3-pointers for the London Lions. At above 50% is the most eye-catching number on there.
Massive, shooting 53% for both the 2 and the 3. That's a big percentage. And then also getting to the free throw line. The rebounding game also goes to London Lions. The steals, though, Bristol, that's where it kept them in the game with 11-6. But turnovers also, 19 turnovers for London.
20 points off those turnovers for the Bristol Flyers. Let's have a look at all of the results in the British Basketball League so far this round. We saw a victory for Caledonia on Thursday night. Newcastle and Leicester continuing their upsurgence on Friday. Earlier today, a key win for the Surrey Scorchers, beating the Manchester Giants 89-85, and we've just seen the Lions top the Flyers by 8. Tomorrow, a doubleheader for you at 3 o'clock on the YouTube channel. It's Plymouth against Leicester, followed at 6 p.m. by Cheshire against Caledonia. And what London's win means is if Cheshire don't win tomorrow, then London will have wrapped up first place in February, the earliest time ever. If they do seal it tomorrow, you can see 27 wins on the board, 12 wins clear of Cheshire and Caledonia. Bristol fall to 11 and 15, and suddenly the Scorchers are not too far behind them. And obviously, if London don't seal it tomorrow, it'll come soon. But the battle behind that for playoff places is quite intense, Azania.
Yeah, it is. And we saw Surrey, you know, get that dub today and build their confidence. But a great evening of basketball, especially for Surrey. Getting that win, and then London Lions holding on, because Bristol had them, you know, a run for their money for sure.
Well, they certainly did. A cracking game of basketball here at the Wise campus. Thank you very much for joining Azania and I, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.
Good night.